Hello, fourth graders. Today I will show you how to write decimals. You probably remember from earlier in the school year, we learned about place value. If we have a number like this with 3 digits, we can write down what those place values are. We have here ones, we have tens, and we have hundreds. Starting a little bit now and a lot next year, you'll learn about decimals. We have a decimal point here, it's a dot. And then over here, we have place values that are less than 1. Here we have tenths. Here we have hundredths. And you can think of those like you think of fractions, okay? So 1/10 would mean like this, 1/10, and hundredths would mean out of 100, okay? So let's say we have a number here. Let's say we have, let's see here. Let's say we have a number here. I have 145 and 2/10 and 3/100. I could write this 145 and 23/100. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to use this notation to do some problems. Okay, so let's see here. I'm going to go to Khan Academy and I'm going to show you how it would look here. Okay, so here I have a problem that has, it says express the shaded area using as a fraction and as a decimal. Okay, so we're going to do that. What we can think of it here, we can think of these long ones here as being tenths. Okay, these long ones are tenths, and there are 10 tenths in a whole, right? And then we can think about the little ones as being hundredths, okay? So, since this decimal is less than a whole, we're going to write it like this. 0, because there's 0 wholes, and then a decimal point. And it looks like here, we see that there are 2, one there, and one there. There are 2 tenths. So we're going to put a 2 in the tenths spot. Yes? Here's the tenths. And then these were ones. See, it's a whole is a big square, right? So there are no holes. There are no ones in this number, okay? So there are 2 tenths there and there. And then there is one more hundredth here. So we'll put a hundredth in this spot right here. Okay? Here's 1/100th. Okay? So our decimal is going to be 0.21 or 21/100ths. Okay? Our fraction is going to be 21/100ths. So when we write this in Khan Academy, the way we'll write it, we will write it like this. 21 and then a / hundredths. And the other one, the decimal will be 0 decimal to 1, 21/100ths. Okay? Let me give you one more example. And this time, our example will be more than one whole. Okay? So, here I have my example. It says each big square represents one whole, okay? So let's make our diagram here. Decimal point like that. We have ones, we have tenths, and we have hundredths. Okay, so we have two ones, right? There are two holes here, two holes. So I'm going to put a 2 here in the one spot. There are two ones or holes. Okay, now over here, we don't see any complete tenth. See, these long ones are tenths, right? We don't see any complete tenth that is shaded in. So that means that we're going to have 0 tenths, and we have 3 hundredths. So our decimal is 2 and 3 hundredths. It'll look like this: 2.03, 2 and 3 hundredths. And our fraction is going to be a mixed number: 2 and then 3 out of 100, 3 hundredths. Okay? Of course, when we're writing this on Khan Academy, it's going to look like this because we do decimal a little bit differently here. We do 2 and then a space and then 3 out of 100. And then the decimal is going to be 2.0. Remember, there are 0 tenths here, right? There are 0 tenths, 0.3. Okay? And that is how you do that. Okay? Awesome.